What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Red. Last time, we took a quick look at the Silph Co office building, and we've since returned to the Pokemon Center to heal up, but more importantly, I actually came through here in the in-between episodes time, and I actually cleared out a lot of the trainers here, basically anyone who's just kind of out in the open, like this guy, because, truth be told, none of the trainers in here are very hard. They don't make for very interesting fights, and there's just a whole lot of them, so I figured I might as well just take them out off screen. I promise nothing interesting happened. And this is what my levels are looking like at this point. Everyone's at level 37, except for Jolteon, who's still only level 34, and Charizard, who is level 40. So, level 40 is kind of my new goal. Anyways, I was talking before about the warp tiles here, which tend to be kind of confusing as to how they actually work. Not how they actually work, but to like navigate the place with them. So I've tried to simplify this as much as I can. Our first goal is to reach, is it level 3 or level 4? Or no, it's level 5. There's a couple of ways to do this, but I'll just demonstrate by going to level 5. So, where we want to go is we need to get down there to get that. The problem is, the way is blocked. There's this path over here, but that guy's standing there, and you can't like lure him out of the way, because if you take the warp tile, like you could lure him to the top and then take the warp tile, but if you took the warp tile back, then he would be moved. And then there's this spot. So the idea is, you have to take this warp tile here, which is located on the 9th floor. So you could just come straight to the 9th floor and take this tile here. Or you could go to the 5th floor and take that tile and then take it back again. And doing that, we get the card key. And with the card key, we can now open up any of the doors in this dungeon. So, this place is basically open to us now. We can go pretty much anywhere, but there is one other location that is only reachable by warp tile. That is where we want to go next, but before I worry about that, I want to kind of loot the dungeon a little bit. There's a lot of random items and trainers that I couldn't reach before that I can reach now. So, let's get this party started. Now, we'll start on floor 2, which is the first floor of the actual dungeon. Floor 1 is just like the lobby. And just kind of work my way through this. Oh. Yay, TM36. What does that contain? Self-destruct. That's not an ability I want to use anytime soon. Bingo! And a scientist. Help, I'm a Silph employee, and I'm also going to attack you. I don't think that really lends itself to your disguise very well. It kind of gives you away. So, I've been kind of focusing a little bit more on just using the Pokemon that need levels than using the Pokemon that are effective against the opponent lately. Just because sometimes that's what you need to do, just to level out your levels a little bit. Assuming that's something that you actually care about. You wouldn't be blamed if it was not the case. But for me, it is. I kind of tend to obsess over that kind of thing. Luckily, Jolteon can take out... Well, I should be able to take out any basic Pokemon with Thunderbolt in one shot. Evolved Pokemon is a little bit different story. Obviously, if it's like a Golbat, then that's not even a thing. Something like Weezing, I probably can't take out in a single Thunderbolt unless I get a critical hit, though. So, let's hope for that. Oh, man, that's actually really close. I wasn't expecting that. Oh well. Free experience! Well, it might have something to do with the fact that you attacked me. That might have something to do with it. And on to the next floor, which is, obviously, floor 3. So, does this guy have anything to say? Run away. I don't know. What's in here? I'm also trying to kind of look at my map a little bit at the same time while I'm doing this. Now, this warp tile is the one that we want to take when we are ready to head on with the dungeon. But I'm not quite yet. Hello? That seems to be a recurring theme among the scientists in this facility. I'm not sure what they've done to convince you all, but it seems to have worked. Now this is another electric type Pokemon. I'm not sure offhand how electric attacks work against electric Pokemon. Well, not very well, but apparently it doesn't really matter all that much if you get a critical hit. So, yay for that. That worked out better than it should have. Ah, Weezing. I was worried he was going to use another electric type. Smog! Oh man. Well, it was a critical hit, so that's something. And that's another fellow down. Jolteon seems to level up pretty quickly. I guess it's, some of the stuff that I'm fighting actually gives me a pretty good amount of experience these days, so there is that. So, Hyper Potion. Doesn't look like there's anything else on this floor. So, up to floor 4. Coming down around here. Is there anything actually? Well, there's a scientist in here, so I guess that's something. Sure, okay. I mean, I guess that's sort of the attitude that Team Rocket takes when, we're talking about Pokemon. Okay, well, I'm just not even gonna bother trying to fight this guy with Jolteon. It's faster just to switch to Dugtrio. I mean, Jolteon could kill it, but, my best option would probably be Swift, which doesn't really do all that much damage. So, yeah. If I can, I should probably try and teach a Jolteon a better normal attack, something like Skull Bash or Body Slam. I don't think I have a way of teaching him Body Slam, but I know there's a Skull Bash TM somewhere in the game. What do we got in here? Full heal, that heals up status effects, max revive, and an escape rope. Nice little treasure trove here. Oh, there's up here. There's a dude here. Does he give me something? No. Oh well. And that's it for floor 4, this is? Yeah, floor 4. Onward to floor number 5. Now, what do we got in here? Well, first off, if we come in here, there's a dude here. Has he got anything to say to me? Yes, it is. But how would you know they're in an uproar if you're, like, hiding in this room here? That seems kind of strange, but whatever. A room with a locked door, nonetheless. Protein! Oh, what stat does protein give me? Is it special? Whatever, let's go to Charizard. Attack, okay, well, that works. And in here... what do we got in here? We got... TM9. What is contained in TM9? Oh, that's the max revive, okay. Takedown! I think Takedown is a pretty strong attack, but if memory serves, I think it's also an attack that deals damage back at you. Which is, I don't really like those kind of attacks, so I'm going to abstain from using Takedown. We got another little item trove over here. And held within it is an HP up. And X accuracy. So HP up I shall use on Dugtrio, who's almost got an actual decent amount of HP now. I mean, he's almost at 3 digits at level 37. Pretty sure that none of the people in there have anything interesting to say, so whatever. This is floor 7? Yes. Bingo! I don't know why they have to do that for every single door. It's actually kind of annoying. TM3. What you got? Sword Stance, huh? Sword Stance can be an interesting ability. It raises your attack power. I just don't really think I have much of a use for it. Like, it can definitely be useful. Like, teaching it to Charizard would be a decent idea. Especially since at this point, because his Ember is like his only fire type attack, Slash basically does all the work for him. So in like a prolonged fight, it would work pretty well to use Sword Stance and then start slashing stuff. I don't know. I guess if I like run out of room in my inventory or something, I'll use it, but I guess the problem then actually would be that 2 of my abilities right now are Cut and Strength. So if I were to learn Sword Stance, the only ability I could overwrite would be Ember, which, despite it not being all that good, is not something I particularly want to do. I'll just leave it be. Fine, I lost. Now use an antidote real quick on Monsieur Gyarados. And what else do we have on this floor? What did I say this was? Floor 7? Well, there is an item over here. It contains a calcium. That there is our rival. So, spoiler alert, we're gonna fight him at some point. I think calcium increases special, so give that to Jolteon. Just because, why not? Whatever. And there is a locked door down here, so I might as well check this out. Don't expect anything to good to come of this, but what? Who are you to decide who I can save and who I can't save? You jerk. Interesting. The Master Ball, which will catch any Pokemon. Anyways, this is floor 8? Yeah. Is there anything even on this floor? There's a locked away dude up here. But again, I don't think he does anything for me. Thank you. Your pondering has made my journey worthwhile. I can go home happy now. And on to floor 9. Almost done here. This is just a shortcut down to the warp tile down there, which leads to where we got the card key to begin with, which is kind of pointless. There is some stuff over here, though. Most notably, if we talk to this lady here, she'll actually let us rest. And that heals up our Pokemon, so we have a sort of mini Pokemon Center in here, which is pretty handy. And up here, there's just one dude to take out. Let's see what he's got. 3 Pokemon. Drowsy. Theoretically, it's actually very possible to have Thunder, which is the strongest electric type attack at this point. Even though I'm fairly certain Jolteon doesn't actually learn it naturally, but let's take a quick look. Grimer. No, I do not want to change Pokemon. Thunderbolt. Where are you, Eevee? Where are they? Ah, there we go. Jolteon. Ah, he does learn Thunder by default, but at level 52, which is fairly high. I could... There is a TM for Thunder that is technically within my reach. It's just an area that I have not gone to yet, because, well, I don't want to go to it yet. There's nothing else on this floor. So, just because why not? A quick visit back to this lady. And now it is on to floor number 10, which is not the last floor, but it's the last floor that has anything on it. No, I just gotta flip my strategy guide back to the right place. Okay. Floor 10. The biggest thing of interest is this room down here, because it contains lots of goodies. Carbos. Which one was that? Was that Speed? Let's use you on Hypno. Indeed it is Speed. And Rare Candy. I think I'm just going to hold on to it for the time being. TM26, which contains Earthquake. Interesting. Well, I'm going to teach that to Dugtrio. Earthquake is a stronger Earth-type attack, obviously. I'm fairly certain that Dugtrio learns it naturally, but I might as well get it now if I can. It's actually a very strong attack. I'm trying to think if it has any like special things that it does, and I honestly just don't know off the top of my head. Although I think that in future generations, when they introduce dual Pokemon battles, where you can fight with multiple Pokemon at the same time, I'm fairly certain that it hits all other Pokemon, so both of your opponent's Pokemon and your Pokemon, other Pokemon as well. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Now that we have looted the depths of the dungeon, we return to floor 3. Now I can take this little floor tile. And, right, Jolteon is already at the front of my group. Why are you even here? Well, okay then. I don't see you stopping Team Rocket. You jerk. Jerky jerk jerk. Whoa, Pidgeot! However that is pronounced. It's actually pretty high level too. Good thing I've got a Jolteon ready to kill it in a single Thunderbolt. Well, that wasn't very hard. And now Jolteon is all caught up on level. Tail Whip. No thanks, I'll pass. Yay, Jolteon did not learn Tail Whip. Go Gyarados! I'm fairly certain that Surf does more damage than Bubble Beam, so yeah. Honestly, like, there are stronger water attacks than Surf, but Surf is probably strong enough that you don't really need a whole lot else. Cute. I guess I'll go with Charizard. Obviously, Ember is not the strongest attack ever, but whatever. I'm trying to think. I don't think that Execute is weak against like Psychic type attacks. I think Execute is a Grass Psychic Pokemon, so not like Grass Poison. I could be wrong about that though. I would like to keep using Charizard against this Alakazam, but he's paralyzed, so I'll switch to Gyarados instead. Against Psychic types, it's usually best to go with just whatever your strongest like physical damage dealer is. And in this case, in my case anyways, it would be Charizard with Slash followed by Gyarados with Bite. So, whoa, that was a pretty good hit there. But he's dead now, so it's all good. And Jolteon to take care of the Blastoise. The fact that my rival has chosen the Water-type starter makes it fairly important to have a good Electric type on the team. And that is exactly what Jolteon is. Oh, it didn't kill him. Well, Blastoise does have a ridiculous amount of HP, so I suppose you can be forgiven. And that's that. Wow, 1800 experience. Not too shabby at all. If you say so. I'm pretty sure your Pokédex doesn't say anything about which Pokemon are strong and which aren't. But anyways, if we talk to this dude, he gives us a Lapras, which is pretty handy. Lapras is actually a very good alternative to Jinx in terms of ice types, because it's a water-ice type Pokemon. There's a trainer down here, right? Yeah, okay. So when it comes to stats, Lapras and Jinx have about the same special stat, which is the one that really matters, in my opinion. But aside from that, Lapras has better HP, attack, and defense, whereas Jinx has better speed. So that's how that all works. But personally, despite the fact that Lapras has better stats kind of more or less across the board, I still prefer to go with Jinx. Because, well, quite simply, I would prefer have 2 Psychic types than have 2 Water types. That's basically all that it comes down to. So I suppose I could have just said go with Lapras instead of using Gyarados from the get-go, but I really would not have wanted to wait until this late in the game to have a Water type on my team. Plus, Gyarados is kind of amazing. So there's that. Aw, why can't you die? Well, that's interesting. You may recall that I talked a little bit about at the very beginning of the game how a Pokemon who doesn't evolve learns abilities sooner than one who evolves immediately. So in the case of Drowsy Hypno, my Hypno learned Psychic at level 37, but that Drowsy was level 32 and it already knew Psychic. It's not something you would expect, but it's a, well, unexpected advantage. But he's dead now, so whatever. Don't, please. Now I want to use a Super Potion because I have a bunch of them, so why not? On Gyarados. I don't particularly care about Jolteon, I don't think. So, just gonna head on in here. I wonder if I can do anything with that PC over there. Hi. Hi there. Fancy seeing you here, Giovanni. Oh, okay. It's not that big a deal. I was gonna say, I probably should have switched Jolteon out of my front spot. Giovanni tends to like Pokemon who are part ground type. But Nidorino is just fine. I can take him. No problem. Down he goes. Kangaskhan. Yeah, sure. Let's keep using Jolteon, because Kangaskhan is normal type, so he does not necessarily have anything that is weak to. I think technically Kangaskhan is weak to fighting type attacks, or not normal types in general are. I think, but I don't have anyone with a normal type attack on my team, so yeah. There's a Rhyhorn. And, as such, there is an Ice Beam. Because somehow Ice is good against ground types. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but it does, so I'm not going to complain. Nidoqueen. Now, Nidoqueen actually would probably... No, never mind. I'm pretty sure that Nidoqueen is poison ground type. So, ooh, nice. I froze her. That means she is unable to move. So yeah, my Ice Beam is good against her because she's part ground type. Psychic attacks would obviously also be good. I don't think there's any types that are good against both poison and ground, though. And he disappears yet again. Can I just use this PC as a normal PC? That's interesting. Anyways, now that we have defeated Team Rocket, well, that's good, I suppose. If we talk to this dude... Cool. Well, that's good. And he gives us a Master Ball, which is a one-of-a-kind item that has a 100% chance of catching a Pokemon. Which is certainly handy, although it's a little restrictive. But anyways, let's get out here. Which we can do by using Dig, which has the same effect as an escape rope. It returns you to the last Pokemon Center that you visited. So we will heal our dudes up. And with that, I leave you here for today on Let's Play Pokemon Red. Catch you later!